Hello everybody, and welcome to a quick video about why you shouldn't skip the Talos burner mission. A lot of us run level 4 missions and we skip every single burner because we think they're super hard and not worth doing. It's kind of the opposite, and with the Talos burner mission specifically, cheap to run, quite safe, and the payout is pretty nice as well. With the Talos burner mission, you are looking at a guaranteed payout of about 45 million. That includes the bounties of the ship, which is 21 million in total. You have some 5 million, 5.7 million payout with the agent rewards, as well as 14,000 LP, which nets another like 20 mil. So assume 45 million baseline to run this side. Plus, there's 3 chances of faction drops on top of that. Now, let's see how we would run this site. On screen, you can see a Harpy. That's the Tech 2 Caldari Assault Frigate. You're going to run a dual prop, passive tanked, high DPS version of it. In the high slots, we are featuring light neutron blasters with Void, netting around 407 DPS thanks to the 3 magnetic stabilizers in the low slots. In the mid slots, we gotta plug all the thermal and kinetic resistances we can in order to make sure that if we get hit by some of the Taloses, they do not hit that hard. It is a dual prop fit. We will see in a video in a second on why this is necessary. We also need small kinetic shield reinforcer to plug a little bit more of the kinetic hole, quote unquote, here, and then a small processor overclocking unit to make sure we fit this within the CPU. I have fairly high skills running this. You can run it in a similar fit with the same idea, as in fast moving while getting closer to the Taloses, plus a very small signature afterburner tank once you are on top of one of the Taloses to make sure your guns track and you're in range. You will be required to orbit at around 1000 meters in order for this to work with an active afterburner. Alright, let's see how the site runs with this very vessel. Once you arrive at the location, you will find an acceleration gate. That one puts you in the middle of a, let's call it a Borg cube of guns. You want to not get closer than 10 kilometers to any of these guns, for reasons we'll explain a bit later. Get into that little gap there, let's call it a hallway, and then eventually just turn a tad to the right to exit the Borg cube and approach the first Talos. That is mission number 1. You are doing that with a micro warp drive active. You can see you're running 2,500 meters a second. Get spiraling on that first Talos. Once you're close enough, let's say sub 30 kilometers, sub 20 kilometers, you will switch from your micro warp drive to the afterburner. That not only reduces your speed, it will also reduce the signature bloom you get through the micro warp drive that is active, meaning you become a smaller target and can afford to run a very tight orbit around the Talos while running the afterburner. Again, do 1 kilometer orbit here and then just grind down Talos number 1. There's one important transition. When a Talos dies, you want to obviously loot. What you want to make sure is that you don't get hit by the other Taloses when you do that. So once the Talos is about to die, make sure you manually orbit the same way, lock up the loot, get back into the 1 kilometer orbit, wait until you are close enough to loot, that is 2,500 meters or less, and then actually hit the open loot or open cargo button. If you do that outside of range, your ship will just approach that container and come to a halt, which might be a bit of a problem. After that, you transition back to the micro drive and spiral into the second Talos. Let's watch the video until we get to loot number 3, and then we have a little bit of a bonus in regards to what happens when you get too close to one of the proximity guns. And here we go, Talos number 2 is down. Now, a little word of advice. Do reload your gun while you are getting in range of the next Talos. When you have to do a reload while you're already grinding down one of the Taloses, you will just have them rep back up to almost full armor. So reload your gun before you start shooting the next Talos. If at any point a Talos manages to get multiple hits on you, maybe even not just grazing ones, and your shield goes below 50%, you might just turn on your micro warp drive, pull away and warp off. That is totally an option. You have to get out of the disruptor range though before you can do that. And there we go. Talos number 3 is about to blow up. Check the loot. This is why I said the 45 million is sort of a baseline. I was lucky here. I got 2 faction modules netting like 150 million, which is kind of nice. And well, let's have a look what happens if you get closer than 10 kilometers to one of these guns. They will hit you with EM, given your angular velocity allows. If you just activate one of these guns, it's not really a problem as long as you're close. Well, that's how you activate them anyways. You do not want to have them turn on while the Taloses are up though, otherwise this can become a little bit of a shit show. But let's see what happens. Activating one of these guns, there we go. It's on. And yeah, you can actually kill them. They don't drop anything. And well, if you want to kill them all, might want to extend your sub for 2 more months or something. Alright, that being said, let's switch back to the fit. The baseline earnings is 45 mil. It is gonna take you 11 minutes to run the site. The ship to do the site costs 32 million. So don't miss out on it. That was Urschlag. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.